to P250s. Masuta committing down bottom B, catches inters in the pit, and shocks re-aggressors on the short side as well. Ugh. God, everyone wants to get involved. Make that money, make it rain, and shake that thing.
Oh, Masuta opening up at top B and now even getting flashed in. That's to try and repel anyone else poking their head around. Now the mollies make it a bit awkward for Masuta, but he will still get out of there with his life intact. That kill goes untraded for Gambit. No real potential. Some nice protocols in place for Vitality. You know, they got that flash for anyone else trying to peek on the trade, then the late molly to deny a re-peek on the angle and get Masuta out of there. And it's let them keep this little man advantage now. Flashing back into top banana. They're going to take this real estate back. Now, you don't want to peek down because Shiro, he doesn't often miss those. Well, tag shocks down to 10, but elsewhere, more fights are being won by Vitality. Gambit not out of the woods yet. They might have done a lot of damage, but it's still yet to even find a kill.
Every grenade has been used, but Gambit don't know that. Are they still going to commit to this? They don't look invested. Doubling back to old mid with 20 seconds. They've not got a hope in hell, and so they want to retry it next time around. That's a 12 for Vitality. That's even more room in this CT side, and a flawless round at that. Woo! Saving a pretty penny indeed. You're going to let the SMGs try and farm, grab some guns maybe on the way out, and yeah, the bodyguard. Shocks will even keep his. Why not keep 5 alive? Nothing wrong with that. Gambit getting away with 7.
Going off in top mid, that's where they call for rotations. But because you still have these mollies, right, these incendiaries to slow down the push, you're able to buy a lot of time. And suddenly, while there were just 2 players here, well, now you've stacked this site up with 4. You are ready to repel this offensive. This is great work, keeping those Molotovs in play, and it's bought you all the time in the world to pad out this site. They're going to take it dominantly. Shiro, 15 seconds and no.
Last round wasn't easy enough. This one should certainly be. Apex spams the smoke and gets out scot-free, and that leaves 2 more CTs of banana. Got to worry about that scope. It can sometimes elude your vision, but Masuta's here for cover and for a double. Trading 2. Zywoo helps out. The bomb comes tumbling. Multiple gun rounds. Means they have the read once again. The Gambit are coming back into their home ground. Nade in the corner is nice. Apex spams. He's really trying to sell it to keep Masuta alive. And he'll double back. Gambit, they're doing what Vitality did best. It's contact short play. Good flash at least, but Kyojin looking into the wall, ready for it all, and he's dropped 2. Trapped to the back. Oh my goodness, he jumps out. Hobbit saving the day. You've got the 2 top performers here for Gambit to hold in the post-pron against Zywoo.
Yeah, Gambit, as you say, 2 top performers, and they're going to try and hold back Zywoo. Shiro.
The rotate come back. You're just waiting on that long smoke to fade. You'd love the info. You're not going to get it. Gambit gone through the utilities. Zywoo needs something massive here. First bound. Flick not going to succeed, and they're up above him, all over him, climbing into the bomb site. Taking one at least will tempt Vitality for a retake, but it will never begin if Axel found that kill instead. Bottom of the board, he's taking fights over the smoke, and Apex shoots him right through. That primes Vitality for the 15th.
Yeah, they're still concerned about this Hobbit lurk. That's why you've seen no one leave yet. But Shox has now spotted him down at the bottom of ramp. And so Vitality quickly pieced together, well, boys, we got a 4-on-2 in the site. Hobbit's off doing his own thing. And now that he's low, he's trying to make a big play coming in late through CT. This relies on Shiro and Inters holding the line. And now Hobbit's flank able to activate.
East side, nice grenade. Zywoo, Molotov traps him at banana, and the flash doesn't help him any better either. His teammates are trying to save him, and they go through the Molotov as Masuta helps out, catching Inters and getting out scot-free. 2 insta-frags for Vitality has forced Gambit's hand, but even if they were to pop out halls right now, which is still mollied, they've got to wait for the bomb. Shira's coming up on the mid side. He's going to throw in an A-smoke. They don't have a flash for it. They just run it dry, and nafany needed to trade that. He does. Keeps this round up in the air, up in limbo, but the spray is missed, and Shox holds on. Shots from Zywoo, not quite as successful, and now he's just playing with Shiro, who needs the clutch. No time for the
of Gambit.
You can't commit B here right now. You still don't have that bomb, even though nafany's got a nice little lurk going on. Zywoo's timing catches him. He had to watch apartments and long, and he's still able to catch him, getting up into the CT spawn. That B split now has failed, and Hobbit's apartment lurk. You talk about how things have to go right in order for this to work. Things are going very wrong right now until they're not. Shiro and Inters flip the script, double up, and Hobbit catches Kyojin on a rotate. He may die to zywoo, and now they wonder where has Shock's gotten to. Shiro saving the day again, leaving zywoo 32 frags right now in regulation, looking to close the map.
Yeah, but he's got a terrifying orc to go up against, right? Shiro almost matching him in that firepower, in that head-to-head. zywoo doesn't want to go for this one if it was never going to be in his wheelhouse. He's slowly taking a couple of peeks in, but if he's not given anything soon, it might be the save. Here he is, looking in, and Shiro gets the
shot from zywoo. He gets out scot-free. Kyojin's still here. zywoo's trying to sell it harder. Gets taken down by Inters' opener, and Kyojin, he can't go anywhere. He has to commit. He needs to take down one with him, and he sees that arm, takes a leg. Inters dead. Kyojin falls right after. Trade to find for Gambit. They know the site is weak right now. For a moment, it's only Shocks.
Oh, he does an Apex moving in to try and help, but no, now it is just Shoxy. Gotta do it all with the swing. The Famous can't quite keep the dream alive. Masuta 1v2, and these have so often not gone your way. Not been a big clutch day for Vitality, but Masuta still undeterred, looking to make it happen. He's gotten very deep on the timing. This short player knocked out and ready for the pit fight. Masuta makes the clutch come through, hits that timing, and secures this map for Vitality, putting a stop to that Gambit comeback. And
I can't believe they're keeping them so clean as well. In this rounding for the top with a Molotov, that's a great combo there. Burns out Axile, forces him to reposition blindly as well. The re-aggro, not what Gambit were ready for. Everyone's here, and not for long. Oh my goodness, Tech9 tapped back through the wood, or through the metal rather. 2-on-3, Gambit forged a path into B after all.
Yeah, Inters nade knocks out Masuta. And so the revenge plan is well and truly afoot. This late lurk from Apex might be able to strip it all away, though. There's one. Can't quite locate that second man just yet, but Inters, the walking...
Draw enough attention. No Molotovs for default. And with the player on top of the box, it's fine. Hobbit covers the flank, and Apex gets spammed on the lip of the smoke as all the kills come in for Gambit. Woo, they were ready for that one.
No, man, that's such a shame, right? That's just that's the fear of losing zywoo at the bottom of ramp and expecting them to be taking more control. Once,
maybe not at all. Spam through it, finds zywoo dead first. Shocks bringing his orb into the picture, and Kyojin needs no help from the sniper. Takes a couple and then evades capture, leaving Shocks on the angle.
Yeah, will they be ready for Apex? Will they just kill him through the smoke, XD?
Ooh,
fakes the footsteps, but it's not going to work if Apex is already down and in your face. They're really relying on Vitality being up in the bomb site, right, and not having this ramp control. Apex making a big, push happen here, gets them the info that ramp is clear, and he's now fast flanking, calling for these rotations to come in towards the B bomb site. Shocks just needs to buy even a little bit of time, but he's dead without getting anything done. Kyojin still facing, and Masuta almost caught in the open, trying to buy time for Apex's wraparound. I'm having deja vu. This time, Shiro's going to look to outmaneuver him, and he's going back to A. Bye-bye, Apex. You've got to retake this one, bud.
Yeah, he's got everything to play with, though. Kit, Molly, Smoke, all picked up off the back of these bodies on B, and he's starting to walk. Did Shiro hear him? He knows where he's coming from. Gonna check spawn back turn though, and he had to flick, and Apex was...
Games you play, the more research your opponents have, the more well-versed people get, the more your playstyle becomes the meta, becomes the norm.
Here we go into B. Kyojin's been spotted. He can't really see them above the wood. The smoke does a good job of keeping them at one way. Masuta throws himself through, and similar results coming in for Vitality. They're falling like flies. Apex just trying to keep this one alive. He can't. Only zywoo. They chase him, and he gets some damage off. 20 health. zywoo might want to give it up. And so out he goes, hoping Gambit feed him on the escape. And if they don't, it might have to be a save for zywoo. Line up though, Inters cleans house, and zywoo, even though he wins his A fight, he's the only rifle in this round. Gambit could have just committed into B there, they didn't want to. So now they go weird, they go slow and low, and they group up back in T spawn, crossing towards A. Where has zywoo gone? They hoped he's rotated out of A after cleaning the entire ramp, and in fact he has. So this is a perfect play for Gambit. Should be nothing that can go wrong, but we know these flanks have been apparent in rounds gone by. Shox is trying to activate it again.
No, Shox is making a big play here. He's getting all the info that actually there's no one at B, so it's either mid or it's A, and zywoo is now cleared middle. They hear the molly landing at A. They learn the terrible truth that this is the A play. You're going to be constantly paranoid about these late mid lurks, right? zywoo is looking forward right now, looking into the bomb site, not quite able to open up. And with Shiro already posted to deal with this flank, there's not really anything Shox can hope to do here.
Get the gun from top mid.
Go get that AK from top middle.
Really do have to give it to Axel though. Like, how do you reset this impressively after such a shambles of a map where you go out of Inferno and you feel like you lost your team that game, right? Like, that's probably where your head's at. You know, a lot of rounds you're thinking back to moments where you could have multi-kill, where you could have just saved the day. And then you come in here. I guess that is the motivation, right? Like, I can't let that happen again. I can't be the reason for my team's failure. I've got to pick up slack. And he did in the pistol round with that massive 3K right there, killing zywoo. If zywoo gets that kill and then gets time to hide out on boost, Shox gets in on the flank.
And now they're both double splitting this mid to B. It is almost a full stack here, but it's going to get dismantled by the mid lurk. Masuta left up alone, and Hobbit's already holding for this rotation. It should be a locked-in round for Gambit. And Hobbit's going to make it so. 3.
Gambit taking here out of spawn, and they get a leg shot off through the crane into Apex. Gambit have not been going here early.
Something to note, you don't have the kit in place, so you really don't want this to come down to a retake. zywoo playing that one-way smoke is able to deal with the man on the other side. Hobbit brushed aside, and so what started as this early, 5-on-4 for Gambit. zywoo is quickly flipped the other way. Playing it pretty fast and loose with the info plays at ramp, and that will eventually come back to hurt him. Kyojin's also deep at B. And this could either be the thing that makes the round or breaks the round for Vitality, and it might be the latter with Axel opening up like that.
Yeah, it's such a great way to peek it as well from the left side. His teammate's going to trade if Axel, gets caught by stairs player. Now Shox is in. They don't know about this. Oh dear, whiffs
towards one of these B plays. Difference this time is it's Shox trying to hold the ramp, but not even that is enough to put a stop to Axel. While Axel's selling this, mate, the other guys are going back up ramp. Gambit, just the king of rotations on Vertigo.
Yeah. Vitality can stop the bomb here. If they get a kill in the next 15 seconds, maybe they can win the round, but they throw themselves into the fire and the flames, and Gambit win every fight. Getting away with absolute murder on this B side. They know. They've seen something. They've seen a leg, a shadow. Just enough to keep them interested. Hobbit going to volley him forward. Shox, where can he go? Nowhere. Hobbit's got that frag, and now you know there's a man in your business, in your B site. zywoo wins that fight, and that will send the bomb back. Inters was trying to cross bridge to go A. Now you've got to commit to B.
Yeah, finally, right? You're not letting Gambit shimmy these rotations around. You've got them fighting you head on, but Shiro fully content to do so. Wonderful bit of AWPing, a great little sequence there to open up the B play. zywoo, they're anticipating a flank, they're anticipating a wrap round. But he's here fighting them head on, the Krieg in hand, and Shiro, the last man still to beat, has already crossed the ramp, but he is looking to fight zywoo. Smoke goes a little deep. That molly gonna force the reposition out of Shiro, and zywoo's one step ahead. Finally gets to come into his own. Grabs them. They want to fight you for ramp control. They get up in the face of zywoo, and they almost get Apex. Now he will swing back out, finding the 4-on-4. Masuta. That could have been the play that gave it all away. Instead, it's the kills that might lock in the round. This might force an immediate reaction out of Gambit. Into the B-bomb site they go. Kyojin needs to get one at least, and they're up close. They're about to wrap him. That's a free kill. Axel throwing into this 1-on-2, but he's made it a doable round now. Just Masuta left to beat. And with the bomb on his back and a whole minute, 10 seconds left on the clock, Axel, as the way he sees it, he's got all the time in the world to get tricky with this one.
He heard Masuta drop off con as well, so he just ran away to fake it. Masuta hasn't fallen for this. He's still here. He needs to pick a good spot. He can't just be out in the open. Get some cover. Hope that Axel doesn't believe you're truly here. He's even got a molly to get weird with it. Checks out middle. We'll hear this bomb go down on B. There's the steps, there's the info. Can he get the molly out, or does he want to remain invisible, silent, sneaking in off of Con? Axel aggresses, gets up close by the gens. Hard spot to clear, but he's not ready for Mizuta. Wait in mind as Gambit looked to sell the fake for 20 seconds.
Hobbit blinded by Inters and didn't realize he was burning.
Shiro's clutching right with the round right now.
This is all designed for Shiro to win it, right? The guys at B, it was just, look, do as much damage as you can. Shiro is going to try and win this one alone. Bomb planted for a ramp or short post plant. He's got options open. And still a Molotov in hand. Bear that in mind as we get into crunch time. zywoo's got a smoke for it, which might save their bacon, but we have to see if that gets used on the ramp angle or over towards short. Both players creeping in. Apex going ahead of zywoo.
Oh no,
but he takes the kill. Shiro with the quick switch. Happens to the best of them and the rest of them as well. So it's a 7-8 half after all for Vitality. Gambit might lead the way, but the Frenchmen are hot on their heels. Slow on the approach. Apex throwing flashes over to enable this peek out of Kyojin, and he's really got to stand tall, hold the line, but he can't. Everyone's dead, and now this wrap from NaVi is even more dangerous. zywoo can't regain control.
Oak misses. Don't know who threw that, but it lands nowhere. Is that Vitality smoke? I would presume, but yeah, let's just walk past it like it doesn't matter, like it never happened. Reboost for NaVi, getting him up on the boxes. Shiro can watch short as well from boost. They've got Deagles, right? Deagles the perfect counter to this position. The one shot needs to come through, but the smoke is down, and that eludes vision on both sides, swinging the sight to take down NaVi. Shiro spots it. They got more nades, at least one more to land, and Hobbit jumps over to take out a double with a lovely Galil spray. 2 Ts left up against the world, and Bomb Plant is not going to be respected. They go right through the smoke. Apex can do nothing about it. Back to the drawing board. Gambit here on to 10.
Oh, playing sandbags, but they do have a nade. That's the one bit of utility they got out of that ramp push.
But they haven't announced their presence, so they don't want to now. And Glock's not going to do much against NaVi here. I'd love to see that nade go in.
Would be cool.
Right before they push, but I don't think it's going to. Inters.
Come on, Kyojin.
Oh,
it's all you've got. Your Glock is bad.
Yeah.
Just throw the nade anywhere.
Oh, no.
It's the one spot that doesn't have anyone on it. So unfortunate. And so there's the mow down. Inters to close it out with a double.
Oh my god, Gambit got in front of the Molotov. It actually didn't even bloom. Kyojin's dodged 2 AWP shots. zywoo spammed out the short player through the yellow.
If I'm not mistaken, Kyojin didn't spot Inter's cross. Yeah. I don't think he knows about him here. But zywoo's opening up the A bomb site. We can forget about Kyojin for now, but we can't forget about Inter's wrap. Kyojin would have called like, nah, I got the AWP out of middle. Yeah, they could have hit a timing and crossed in, but no one's really considering it.
And it's a fake.
Inter's wrap. Missing all these timings to do any damage as Vitality set up outside of B. Now, he could come in on a fast flank. A lot of this is just going to depend on if Axel can take players out. With him falling right away, should just be a equalizes us into a 4-on-4. And now we do have a bit of a mid-take, but Hobbit is here, keeping an eye on him.
I like that idea. They throw the nade, and then Kyojin swings in the smoke of the nade, but it doesn't do much to stop the rifle. Holding on is Hobbit, and these double orbs are destroying right now. Oh, bye-bye. Get out of my B site.
Yeah, Hobbit, mid-king, he won't mess this up. No way he messes this up. Come on. Give us that big, juicy double. There's one. Woo, there they are. Brushed aside, nice and easy.
Oh.
Okay.
One hell of a
Apex and Sharks. Shouldn't get much more interesting than this. And Shiro looking to make that does get flipped around as Apex.
But it's only temperamental. Flashback in. NaVi's going full send, and Mizuta fully blind. He saw nothing but white, and he doubles up in the A site. Gambit feed the beast, and they're going to come to regret that. You might even call the save here and now. If smokes come down, you're just locked out. Killed though, but Shiro will. Kyojin lights out entries in this round. That's both up on short. Above the smoke, Hobbit does find a bit of entrance, a bit of space for Gambit to breathe. Axel's so low though. They've got a Molotov, it goes in. Axel's got to run away, and Hobbit goes over the smoke. That's 3 for Kyojin in this round. It was mizuta doubling up last time. This time it's Kyojin with a multi-kill of his own, and that has done enough to send Gambit back into the B site.
And saving here doesn't guarantee you any kind of investment next round. It's not like you're going to be able to invest rifles around this. This is a very good spot for Vitality to really make this a competitive game. It looked like for a moment there it was going to get away from them. It was going to elude them. But now they're in this spot where they can start to close. Mid-aggression, Kyojin just drops down, gives it up. But this is going to let them flood into spawn. Second man, they heard him running around at the generator, and so they're going to lock in that frag.
By the double setup though, deep through the wood. Oh, it's a bit of a mess. mizuta with the entry, Kyojin follows up, and Vitality are hoarding the site.
Yeah, and with Hobbit dying, getting nothing done, it's another save out of Gambit.
Oh my goodness.
13-13 and a flawless round to get Vitality there. If they weren't interested in hunting last round, they definitely are now. Everything hinges on removing even one of these players. If you take out this AWP on Shiro, you have ruined the future for Gambit. Nafany, you might not get away with this M4, bud. There's a lot of people coming your way.
Oh.
And he tries his damnedest to hold on. 2 out of 3, but it's not enough. Shiro's getting hunted as well. It's an entire pack of Vitality. They know that by removing these guns, there is nothing left for Gambit at 13-13. Now they know where he is. Shiro's rung the dinner bell by getting that kill. Look at this, both Apex and Kyojin hunting it down. They do not want to let the AWP get out of here. Shiro, if you save this, it will... Crucially, he's still alive for the time being. Doesn't have a teammate nearby, and he's probably asking for help. He's probably calling for it. Hobbit down at the bottom of ramp has gotten in the face of mizuta. And you're not out of the woods yet, especially as these B players get armed.
Yeah, someone needs to throw that AWP right out of the map, right here, right now, at the bottom of A. You cannot let that fall into Gambit's hands. They don't even know about the AWP.
That's what I was about to say. You still don't know that Shiro is donning this AWP. That's the worry for me. You need these openers, and Apex will provide them. A 3-on-2. But now that AWP is looking to surprise you. Axel needs to hold on to the site, and with him dead right away, Shiro is just... But Vitality aren't content with that. They don't want a 4-on-4. They want a man advantage. So they've put Apex in the spot to give that over. That's a tag from zywoo's AWP through the scaffolding, through the smoke. And Nafany's now got to give them respect.
Yeah, and he's not...
Oh my god, they're walking up ramp.
He has
and
no idea.
Considering it. Shiro's dead. And I love that from Vitality. The contact play. They hear the AWP firing off at ramp. They hear the tag. And so Vitality just walk up. They go, look, they're giving us room. Right now, they're readjusting. No one is considering that Vitality were going to do that.
Yeah, not even me. That caught me off guard. I was about to make a point. I thought Vitality would get some respect. No surprise that Gambit are caught off guard as well. The last thing they expected, knives out, 15 round the corner. Gambit, they're going to go for it. They're going to throw everything they've got, but no kit right now. Re-smoke for the ramp, but there's already a player in the middle of the bomb site. mizuta wins his fight. The flash is not helpful, but it won't hold you back either. Hunting the final kill. Inter's trying to get out with his gun. And it's tails between the legs of Gambit as Vitality sit a frag away. They've got it. mizuta, man of the hour right now. It's really hard to see down there, even with the height advantage as a CT. Nafany waits for the fade, but now he's caught with the AWP in the open. Nowhere to go and nowhere to hide from Apex. Leading by example to find the first, and now you can just let them sweat. Shocks his B-lurks as well. Well, he's not come through with massive, lots of numbers, high impact kills off the couple he has found.
Yeah, this is looking like all the makings of a mid to be one of these A-lurks, perhaps out of mizuta while they poise for it. Posturing themselves towards middle, the rest of Vitality, and in they come. Kyojin with the opener. It's all starting to fall apart. Shiro and Axel, they will hold strong, but now you get the info that there's 2 at B. That means there's 1 guy on A, and that 1 guy might be about to have a bad day in the office. Axel, or Hobbit rather, holding the line. zywoo dead, and now Apex looking for a bomb plant. mizuta needs to cover him, and he will watch for this cross. Apex gets out of there. There is a ramp lurk from Axel. Fast flank from the B ramp. Apex is ready for it, though. And so this is a 2-on-0. Now 1v1. Shiro, Clutch King versus Apex, and he is going to keep the dream up.
Round, but they're going to do it. Smoke, molly, flash, he's got it all. Here he goes, fully through. Everyone's blind, including him. He sits in the smoke, and they take his head off. zywoo follows up. Hobbit's gone. You need Shiro more than ever now with the AWP. He is all that stands on this A site.
Yeah, Vitality, they're not going to just explode on the back of that double. They're almost hesitant, thinking, why would they face us so liberally? If they got more here than they're letting on. Shiro has been given some time to set up on the short side. Rotation from Inters leaves him in the bomb site. Shiro is going to need to emerge as some big hero now if Gambit do want to take this to OT. He's got the big ticket item. He's got the big green gun. And Vitality, they're trying to give Gambit enough rope to hang themselves, as it were. They go silent. They force this B stack out of Gambit, leaving just one man on shore. That molly either pushes him forward or sends him back. He's got no choice but to fight for short, and he has dealt with Apex. Now they start to take the site. There's a late lurk coming up the short side, but Masuta beat zywoo to it, and now it's the Famises for Gambit. Axal and Inters in a 2-on-4 to save the streak, to save their place in the Pro League playoffs. They've got to do the impossible.
Double Famas, double smoke, and they've got the kid as well. Nothing else falls in the favor of Gambit, and Vitality is just bleeding that clock, waiting for this fade, using every bit of utility they have. Here comes Inters. Got to give it a go. Masuta, man of the hour, drops Axel, hunts the final kill, and even though he falls, it shouldn't be a problem. There it is for Vitality. 16 streak broken for